Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Part 34. In the previous video, Miyu died, and, well, it's not that, like, I wanted her to die per se. I would consider that slander if you were to say that I wanted her to die. It's just that, of everyone still alive, I'm probably most okay with her dying. Well, her is Tsumugi. Speaking of who, we're, teamed up with her and several other people to go investigate the virtual world and Miyu's dead virtual body. I should check the map before heading to the chapel. I mean, do I have to? Two maps on the wall. One of the mansion, one of the world. I'll check the map of the mansion first. The first floor is the salon, dining room, kitchen, and bathroom. The second is the roof. We split up when looking for the secret of the outside world. Kokichi at the salon, Tsumugi the dining room, Kaito the roof, and Gon to the outside. I mean, you had the kitchen. Why aren't you gonna mention what you had to do, dude? So, I mean, I guess it could be that, you know, sound, basically, well, I don't have my mouse cursor, but, you know, sound traveling from the chapel to the right, and so that it sounds like it's coming from the left side of the mansion, I guess is maybe what happens, right? That, like, even though it seems like it's completely closed off, maybe it's not. Like the edges of the world. The world is surrounded by walls in all four directions. There's a loading point in the middle, so the map is split in two. No sight or sound can pass through the map loading point. To get from the mansion to the chapel, you have to go through this point. You also have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. So that's how this world is designed. No, I mean, that's what it said. It said to get there, you have to go through, but theoretically, maybe you could see and or hear stuff from the chapel at the mansion and vice versa. It's strange. I feel as though there's some secret to this. I mean, I feel like that's really the only explanation I can think of that makes any... I mean, that's the only one that makes sense at face value, I guess. This map was made by Miyu. I mean, I'm sure, you know, you could have another explanation, but it would require a bit more information. Is that what's bothering me?
Hey, Shuichi.
I understand. Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it?
Huh?
Well, I mean, I do have like 2,000 hours in EU4, so yeah, maybe. Huh? You're the kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you? Why you gotta put me on blast like that, Himiko?
No.
I never did anything like that. Damn, she's got me.
Shuichi!
Don't forget we're here for you, bro.
Indeed.
You're not alone anymore.
That's fine.
You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know? Shut up. I'm so proud of you. You made friends with real people, not maps.
That's wrong.
I'm investigating! Just investigating! That's pretty, funny. I should head to the chapel. I ain't going. Luigi, could you please come with me? I want to stab you.
What happened?
What happened? I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion regardless. It's right this way. Huh. Toilet paper, right? Why would it be in a place like this?
That's right.
It's cold here.
Huh?
Huh?
Which means...
My initial thought was someone may have come here to defecate. On the floor?
No.
I don't think that's it. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. And can you go, like, buried in the snow or something? I don't have to go at all.
Huh?
I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. He wouldn't know. That never occurred to me, as I do not need to expel solid waste in the real world. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Wait.
But...
It's still strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could this be related to the case? Maybe. Does our truth bullet give us more information? Just found on the ground. Alright. I got no clue what the toilet paper's all about. Don't even have, like, close to an idea. But we can't pass. But it's possible. I mean... Because, I mean, you would think you would operate under... Because, I mean, maybe if you could hear... But Tsumugi did say she saw her. And then there's this part down here where theoretically you could maybe have crossed. without having to go through the other way? Well, no, because you wouldn't be able to get over, because it splits here. Okay. Why is the bridge here? If it's snowing this much, any clues might get buried. Maybe that's what the culprit wanted.
Oh my.
I know it was going to be like this, but it's cold.
My apologies.
I apologized for earlier. No need to apologize. I'm not quite certain why he's apologizing anyway.
Hey, so
Isn't the signboard that Mew threw into the river? Whoops, my hand slipped.
you know.
Oh yeah, because Kaito got logged out, so he wouldn't have been here when we put it back. It's on some other signboard, right? You said there's only one of them.
No.
It's definitely the same. I brought back the one that was stuck on the rocks in the river. Ah,
But
there's something bothering me. Rocks that the signboard got caught up on weren't on the chapel side of the map. Well, yeah, because it's on the school side. They were on the mansion side. What about that bothers you? Oh, okay. Yeah, due to the way the current flew, it shouldn't have gone to the left. It should have gone to the right. But, oh yeah, and you can see the water is flowing to the right, so it goes off the screen, loops back around. Okay. So that's our confirmation that it does work like that it does loop. It got washed in the chapel to the mansion, right? In the chapel to the mansion? That's odd. Flow of the river.
Shuichi!
Think later, bro. Let's get moving. Can I go look down? Oh my god, I did that thing where I'm trying to run. Soundboard, use this bridge. Has been added. Yeah. Yeah, so because it should have flown to the left, but then it loops back around and goes out the right. Now, is there an explanation for why we can't walk across? I don't know. I mean, I assume they have to address that. Maybe it's just that, like, avatars can't, but objects can. But that still doesn't really explain how Samugi would have been able to see Miyu, because obviously we can't see across. And you would kind of assume that, you know, our perspective would be the same as the other characters.
as I thought.
The scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her.
So.
The possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterwards. That's for sure. It's just how he left it. Pretty confident in my memory. I'm not. I memorized a magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant.
What?
If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know.
Unfortunately.
3.154. No, thank you. I do not think we could wait a whole year. The logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged.
Actually,
Look at all the stuff scattered around here. What happened here?
Jeez.
That isn't that what we're investigating right now, isn't that right, Shuichi?
Okay.
Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world, but what could they be for?
No.
That's it. It's a phone, so... A cell phone. Can't believe there's something like this here. Think it's got any games on it, Shuichi? I love playing Snake. Kaito, perfect timing. I want you to help me out with something. I want to test something out.
Come on, man.
Help you out?
Of course.
I never say no to a favor from my sidekick.
Thank you.
You know.
What do you need me to do?
Is that all right?
You don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here. I just gotta stand here. Kaito Momoto. Ah, okay. He logged out just as I thought. Bro, Shuichi, it's really fucking rude, man. This can be used to log out, just like the phone in the salon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves. If you just say their name, you can log out anyone you like. Now, the additional question is, does the phone in the salon work the same way, or is it just the cell phone?
All right.
Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down. Because, I mean, you know, the obvious assumption would be that it was the killer or Miyu that logged Kaito out using the cell phone, but it's also possible that the one in the salon works the same way. I bet Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. I should apologize for that later. My man's asleep. Like, bro, fuck this virtual reality show. I'm going back to bed. Fuck all y'all. Is this a piece of lattice? Why is it here? Oh yeah, didn't we see this back in, it was in the warehouse storage room on the roof, right? Now, I don't know if it's the same one, probably. This is a mysterious object. It's a wooden mat. It used to be common in bathrooms.
Yeah?
What? I didn't see anything like that in the chapel. Where did it come from? Not from the chapel. Then why is it here?
Yeah.
I just figured it out with my magic.
Huh?
You did?
I see.
Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard across the river. That someone is the culprit.
No.
I don't think so. The river's current is pretty fast. Even if you did use it to cross, there's no reason it would be here. I know that. I was just testing you. Why would you want to test me?
Yeah?
What does this mean? Also, haven't we already been tested 3 times in the past? What does this mean? What's something like this doing here? I'm not positive why this lattice is left here, but I'm sure it must have something to do with the case. I mean, it sounds like that could have been what we heard shatter, but objects are supposed to be unbreakable, so I don't really know. I mean, it did sound like the sound effect sounded like wood.
Hey.
Himiko, could you tell me about when you found Miyu one more time? You're looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel. But since Miyu volunteered to check outside the chapel, she was separated from us. After a while, we started the search and we heard a really loud sound outside. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside. Something hit the chapel wall. We all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel and we found Miyu's avatar. So I guess it could have been that, like, assuming that things can pass through the void, right? It could have been that the lattice was thrown from the roof of the schoolhouse over here. I mean, granted, you'd have to have like a really, you know, big arm, because it is a pretty big distance, but... And then we all tried to go to the mansion to log out and check Miyu's real body. But when we got to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. Then when we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up.
Thank you.
I got it. Must be some clue in that account. Was there?
Hey.
Okay, we're looking at the outside world. Volunteer to check. Something hit the chapel wall. We rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Miyu's avatar.
Thank you.
Nothing jumped out at me.
Like I thought.
Can't leave footprints in the snow, so it's probably not a clue. This is a hammer. Why would there be a hammer in this world? Earth are programmed to lead all dangerous objects to be used as weapons. Are you saying hammers are dangerous, Shuichi? That's blatantly hammerphobic. You said she deleted dangerous objects. I can't imagine she'd miss a hammer. But was Miyu lying? Why would she lie? Have you met Miyu? Miyu's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A lot of that avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappeared, we couldn't investigate. Avatars never show injuries, so they stay the same. She still looks almost alive.
But
Face is so pretty here, isn't she? It's hard to believe she's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Kibo, something bothering you? Well, somebody just frickin' died, dude.
Well.
I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case. You heard whispering?
Yes.
I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel, we dispersed to begin searching. Oh yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Miyu. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's been like a couple days since I recorded that video, but... It would seem Kokichi and Miyu had made plans to meet each other.
Huh?
Meet each other?
Yes.
Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned.
Then...
Those two met on the rooftop?
Well...
It's strange, right? If they were planning to meet on the mansion's rooftop, why did Miyu volunteer to search the area around the chapel?
You're right.
It's true. If they were meeting on the roof, she would have wanted to search the mansion. Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. With no bridge across the river, she could have not gone from the chapel to the mansion. Wait, something about this is all strange. Maybe you can only pass through the black screen if you're on the river? Or something? I don't know. I assume there's some secret that only Miyu and Kokichi knew about how to get from one screen from the other without crossing the date line.
Shuichi!
Uchu, it seems that we finished investigating this place.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects? It seems you can put stuff in your clothes here too, just like the real world. I see, just like the real world.
Eh?
What are we gonna do next? Do we need to go back to the real world already? Well, there's one more place I have to investigate. I mean, yeah, you gotta look in the actual chapel, right? Mansion rooftop. Okay, yeah, that too. I guess we need to find out if that's the same wooden board thing. Place me and Kokichi were supposed to meet. The place Kaito logged out. I'm positive it has something to do with this case. There should be clues there. I mean, I guess they logged out Kaito just... I mean, I don't know if it was like they planned to frame Kaito, or if he was just logged out because he happened to be there, and they needed to meet at the rooftop. I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, then let's go do that, Shuichi. Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself.
Shuichi!
Please give the class trial everything you've got to see us through to the end. And I'll do my best as well, of course. Yeah, sure, Kibo. And I as well. I can at least do that. I'm a detective after all. Can I go in the chapel? No. Because, I mean, even though the current's supposed to be fast, I guess theoretically you could stop yourself on that big rock. If you were to just, like, jump in the water. Hey.
Shuichi!
Doichi, what was that all about?
Sorry.
Kaito, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to see if you could log out using the cell phone.
Jeez.
And tell me first, that was bad for my heart. I suddenly got logged out. I panicked and rushed back here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Come on now, that's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation.
You know,
I wasn't interfering. Wait, why did you guys come back here? Did you finish investigating? We wanted to investigate the rooftop next. What's important about the rooftop? Wasn't Miyu at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to it.
Oh,
Now, let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning.
it'll be okay.
Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all. Wow, people believe in us? That's new for this series. If you're gonna be like that, then do whatever you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever. But Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deductions. And my deductions are his.
Hey now.
Well, are you some kind of credit-stealing bully?
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna investigate Miyu's avatar since I got interrupted last time.
Sorry. Well then.
I don't really like... I mean, I don't think Kaito did it, but I don't like the idea of him, you know, being over there by himself. Well then, let's go to the rooftop.
Yeah.
We should. Bro, why does this set of stairs have to exist? Me and Kokichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop. And the person in charge of searching this area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out.
That's true.
This area must have something to do with the case. Might not be directly connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see this building is on top of a hill. I can't see past this point because it's the map loading point. But that is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right. By God, it's gone. Storage room. It's a little different than how I remember. Feels as if something is missing. Feels as if something is missing. I wasn't paying close attention the first time, so I don't remember. I'm kind of surprised that's not a truth bullet. I feel like it should be, just because, I mean, you know. I see.
Hey.
What's wrong, Samugi? Look at the doorknob, it's locked. Ah, it's a thumb turn lock. Easy to lock.
What?
Seems like you can't lock unless you're on the outside. And look, the keyhole's on this side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around?
No.
Not necessarily. I've seen this before to prevent you from locking yourself out.
I see.
Is that so? Rooftop is a lock on the door. This is important information. Okay. It's not important enough to be a truth bullet or nothing, but, Kiba, did you find anything? This is difficult. There's nothing here that resembles a clue. But Miyu should have arranged to meet with Kokichi here. I thought I could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. But unfortunately, there are no clues which indicate that. Miyu ever come to the rooftop? That is an important question.
Hey!
Hey Kiba, I wanted your opinion on something. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from outside the mansion?
Well...
No, that would have been very difficult. I mean, I think you could get down, just because it's kind of sloped, but I don't know if you could get up, per se. Oh, the toilet paper doesn't break, so you can use it as a rope. Okay, yeah. But even on the ledge of the roof is roughly the height of 3 to 4 story building.
You're right.
Yeah, certainly too high to jump.
As I thought.
It means it would have been impossible to climb from on the outside. It means the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. Or is it? I've inspected everything here. All that's left now is... I didn't want to talk to Himiko anyway. There you are, I was looking for you. Has the class trial started? Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
I told you.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone. He finished?
Shuichi!
We should probably head back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I investigated everything I needed to.
Shuichi!
And we'll head back first. Now the question
I
is,
don't wanna.
was the toilet paper used to climb up or climb down? I mean, the fact that it's down there makes me think that it was used to climb down. I don't want to say goodbye to my avatar. Did you like it that much?
Then...
We should go too. I don't want to die.
Hey!
What's wrong, Stab?
Ew.
You're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the others think so too.
Huh?
It's kind of like a backhanded compliment. It's like, we don't really like you except when you're saving our asses.
Well,
I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara before you're a detective. Don't forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Harakawa to become an assassin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. Maki! Was she being considered just now? He is so in there. Officially in their status. Because, I mean, would it be to climb down or climb up? I mean, I guess they both kind of work. It makes more sense to be to climb up if it's still down there, though. Because if you were, like, gonna rappel down, you'd think the toilet paper would stay up here. But... I mean, I guess both could work. Like, it could just be that you after you climbed up, you dropped it back down, or if you were climbing down, you... Well, no, because, I mean, if you're climbing down, it would be... You would think that you wouldn't be able to pull it down, but I guess maybe if there was someone else up here, they could have dropped it down. I don't know. I'm going to operate under it was used to climb up. I don't think it matters that much, just the idea that it would allow access to the roof without going through the stairs, since the toilet paper, in theory, shouldn't break. Which is kind of neat. I almost missed that. I think if that's... I mean, that has to be what they're going for, right? I can't think of any other reason the toilet paper exists. I think that's pretty cool. Where's Kaito? Just you and me. We should log out too.
by the way,
Something happened between you and Kaito.
Huh?
What?
well,
When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's probably my fault. Also, shouldn't we log him out?
well,
I don't know what happened between you and Kaito, but that idiot's simple, so I'm sure he'd forgive you if you just apologized. Shuichi Saihara. That could have been a good chance to check if we could log people out from that phone, but... Oh, I guess he logged himself out already? Maybe via the cell phone? I pulled the device off my head and the real world appeared before me.
Shuichi!
Well, Shuichi, in the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I felt so lonely without you around. I apologize for making me feel unloved.
Hey!
Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. Oh, I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay?
Huh?
What?
It's a lie.
I'm kidding. So, what was it you wanted to ask?
Is that alright?
But wait, wouldn't that mean that you did draw something on our tummy? You planned to meet me on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting her? Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Okay.
I'll tell you what happened. I met up with Miyu. I never met up with Miyu. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked.
Huh?
Lies. Locked. After I gave up, went back to the salon to search for the secret of the outside world. Is that true, Kokichi? Are you doubting me?
That's...
Can someone verify that you were at the salon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there? I don't have a witness.
right?
But you can also say there's no witness who can prove I wasn't there.
Hey!
Unless you saw the salon empty yourself.
Anyway,
Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not.
Shuichi!
But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet with me or not? Is he lying or telling the truth? Which is it?
Well,
Ask Monotonics for the results of the analysis. I don't know the details yet either. So this is goodbye to my avatar. Kaito! First you log me out and then we get called by Monotaur because he needs to tell us something? I wasn't able to finish investigating Miyu's avatar again.
Hey!
How did you know to log out then? Did Maki do it? Well, no, because if Maki logged him out, then he wouldn't be here before us. What are we gonna do? I can't clear my name like this. In the end, we never found where Monokuma hid the secret of the outside world. It seems like it wasn't in the chapel either. More importantly, we need to do something about Miyu's case. I mean, it is kind of odd. I don't know if that's important or that's an oversight. Did you speak to Kokichi about his meeting with Miyu? He said he didn't meet with Miyu. He claimed the rooftop was locked so he couldn't enter. See, but this is Kokichi we're talking about. He could be very well lying.
But how?
There's no time for sleeping. How come no one wants to do investigation?
No can do
That's
that.
not gentlemanly at all. I wasn't sleeping. I was napping. It's very different. Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not. But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Wait, I'll talk to you.
Certainly.
Right now, Miyu's case is more important than the secret of the outside world. Says you.
well,
Maki, I was not talking to you? How is that on Maki and not Monotaro? I guess it's like barely clipping her hair. I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally finished analyzing the program.
Okay.
I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts, so here they are. He really is trying to be our friend, a little bit at least.
So...
First, the person who tampered with this program was Mommy, like we suspected. Quit making me say that word, man. Mommy has an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away. What are you talking about?
Oh.
I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric thing about her.
got a minute?
So what did she tamper with? A few things, but I'll share the first one with you.
So...
Looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from this killing game simulator. Said she deleted anything that could be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer?
Okay.
That's true, only the hammer was left, but why was it left? The way the program was written makes it seem like she did it on purpose. On purpose.
Then...
Did she add anything? Found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, that cell phone was the original feature of the program. That implies Miyu hid that fact from us, which means all Mommy added to were the two maps. The rest was part of the program.
By the way...
By the way, while we're talking about objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but could we have used something else as a bridge? I didn't really see anything that could be used as a bridge to cross the river. Only the signboard could have been used as a bridge. What's the next thing she tampered with?
Okie dokie.
Looks like she also tampered with certain parameters of the program. Parameters? Everyone in the program is categorized as either a human or a non-human being. Of course, everyone's avatar was assigned the human parameter,
Really?
but for some reason, Mommy gave her avatar the non-human object parameter. Interesting.
That's...
And what happens when you become an object? Well, the difference is only for identification purposes, so it probably didn't affect anything.
Well,
Didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of her way to do that?
Ah!
That has something to do with the next thing she tampered with. I get, oh, since she's an object, that would have let her pass through the black barrier, maybe? Maybe that's the way it works. Humans can't pass through, but objects can?
So,
Mommy added a wall that didn't exist originally in the program. Because we know objects have to be able to pass through it, so... The coordinates of the virtual world are represented on an X and a Y axis. It seems Mommy added a wall that runs the length of the Y axis.
huh?
You created an additional wall. There were walls in all 4 directions and 2 down the Y axis.
Hey,
So maybe she put the sign, like maybe putting the taking the sign and washing it down was like on purpose to let her stop herself on the rock so she could jump out of the river current. Maybe. You're positive there was only one.
okay.
It's definitely the only one. What does that mean? And also maybe it's just important to prevent anyone from being able to pass through as well, but... Which wall was the one Miyu added? What was the world like originally? Miyu said there wasn't anything past the wall. Is that another lie? Also, looks like the extra wall was given a special setting. A setting that allows non-human objects to pass through it. Okay, so that's it. It allows objects through.
I see.
That's very interesting.
Hey,
So those are all the things she tampered with.
ah.
There's one more thing. One of you guys noticed a strange setting given to their avatar.
Huh?
Strange setting.
Okay.
Yeah, the setting made it so that they would be unable to move if Mommy touched them. That's odd.
Then,
If Miyu touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed.
Hey,
I mean, I don't think that came into play. Who was it?
oh,
It was Kokichi. I mean, that's kind of who I would assume, but I can't think of why Kokichi would, like, how that benefits him. It's me! I didn't know that! Like, maybe Miyu was expecting Kokichi to try and kill her, and she had that as, like, a defense, but it never went into effect? Well, duh, I wouldn't know that. I never touched Miyu in that world. See, I didn't even notice.
okie dokie.
That's all I have to report. Well, do you think it'll help you guys out?
Okay.
It helps a lot, thanks. Wall added by Miyu. Like, I don't know. I mean, all the evidence does point to Kokichi, right? Both, you know, direct evidence and the story, you know, the way he's acting. But, I mean, it seems like it's so obvious that I don't know. I mean, it could be that just, like, the mystery is not, did Kokichi kill her? The mystery is, like, how do we prove that he did it, I guess? Which, I mean, I guess is kind of how they all work, but...
Ah.
I don't know, I just feel like they're being way too upfront about, like, Kokichi fucking did it, dude. Oh, I should probably tell you this too, but though it's probably not related to the case.
So.
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? I mean, this has to probably do with maybe someone messed up their cords, because they mentioned the cords, like, twice. So, I mean, I assume that had to be important. The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. Something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in.
well,
So it could have been maybe that Kokichi's avatar was supposed to have been paralyzed by Miyu, but if he messed up his wires, it glitched out and didn't work properly? Or something? So that would be like how he would have been able to kill her and not be paralyzed? I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though. What kind of error could it have been? This is important information. I mean, I guess I have to say it's Kokichi, but it feels so, like...
Okay, everyone. Time for the class trial. You know, that thing where everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body. Low energy? Me? No, I'm excited. Really. I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energized self.
Nah, you can... I like low energy Monokuma for something different.
Yep, I'll be way more energized later. Anyway, that's all.
Hey!
You seem like we're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know? But it's gonna start, huh? We can't stop it anymore?
You're right.
No, we can't. Plus, we kind of want to do it, right?
So.
So that we know who the killer is? This is all I can tell you guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Kokichi just seems like... I'm trying to think, is there any way he could have orchestrated the murder but made it so somebody else actually killed Miyu. Like, maybe it could be that, like, Kokichi, like, orchestrated Miyu's death, but technically it was caused due to someone else and they would be the murderer, kind of a la Chapter 5 of Danganronpa 2.
What?
He just decided we're friends.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gota, feel relieved. Don't worry, Monotaro, Shuichi will get revenge for Miyu's death.
That's so mean.
And he'll get revenge by finding the culprit among us. He's right, the culprit is someone here.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone, thank you so much. When this class trial is over, I hope we all get to know each other better. That's the kind of line that triggers a death flag.
Okay.
I want a fresh start. I want to make up for my past mistakes.
Wait,
I should also let you know that I'm about to have my first child. Meeting you all has really...
Sorry.
It's nothing. I'll save it for after the class trial is finished. The flag is rising. What was that? I think I heard something over there.
All right.
I'll go check it out all by myself.
So long. Farewell.
It's extremely cursed when it's just him. I mean, it's kind of cursed when it's just Monophony, but it's even more cursed when it's just Monotaro. It's waving in the wind!
Stupid.
Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go.
Going to do his best.
Going to do his best too. Going to do his best to be even a little bit useful for everyone.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time. What's so exciting about this? With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. So really, I see there's like two possibilities, right? Kokichi did just like straight up murder Miyu. Or he somehow made it so that technically Kaito killed Miyu. Like he orchestrated the murder, but somehow it's going to be blamed on someone else, and that's going to be your moral dilemma where you have to kill someone who didn't actually kill anyone, per se. Kind of like Chapter... I mean, they already did that plot point, so I hope that's not it. While I did really, really like that in Danganronpa 2, I don't necessarily want to see it, like, reused. I don't know. It looks like that's everyone. Oh, that's everyone, huh? There are a lot less of us now.
it's plain to see.
Just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we're allowed this game to continue, we must stop it somehow.
Right?
We can't stop now. We can't let the fun end.
Don't.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey,
Let's focus on surviving the class trial first.
Yes.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'd be just the culprit left.
But...
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all died, the killing game would end.
What?
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die.
Okay.
We don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side. Where?
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Yeah, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. Can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. I'll never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
Oh, what?
I mean...
Didn't I tell you before, Shuichi, don't carry the burden all...
Get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito?
Huh?
What's your problem?
You really don't get
We're
it.
all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through this class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over again. You're bothering him.
Well, you know.
I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Shuichi, you know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not...
shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, killer girl's glaring at me and I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick and Kokichi turned around, dejected.
Jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki girl. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
My bad, sorry.
Kaito,
I'm okay.
well,
I know what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you, and you won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
thank you.
Thank you, Kaito. Yeah, you're fucking dying this chapter. I'm sorry.
Hey, Shuichi.
We'll be depending on you this time too, Mr. Ultimate Detective. Miyu certainly wasn't perfect, but that doesn't mean she deserved to be killed. No one deserves what happened to her, not a single person. Well, I mean, there's some people maybe, in theory. Maybe not anyone among us per se. Well, whoever murdered her maybe. You must have it rough, Shuichi. That obnoxious guy is always bothering you.
Shuichi!
You ever need my help? Call me. I'll shut him up so he never gets in your way. You didn't forget, right? Remember who you are. Make sure you never forget that.
Hey!
This time will really be the end. If not,
Going to do his best.
Gonta not really understand what happened, but Gonta tried real hard to be useful this time. Maybe Samugi did it so that we can get rid of her.
I believe in you.
I believe in you and won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
If you have any problems, let me know and I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro. You just said something else? Talk to Himiko? I can't remember.
Hey, Shuichi.
We'll be depending on you this time too, Mr. Ultimate Detective. By God, he's rambling.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. Like all those times before, it ascended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. Also, I never noticed, does Kaito put one arm through his jacket? Or does he only have one arm and he's been hiding it from me? My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. No way to get used to it, really, the fear of death. We're all fighting it, trying to be courageous. It felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. Test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. I mean, granted, it's not like they want to survive that bad, because if Shuichi ever gets the wrong answer like 5 times in a row, they're just like, ah, fuck it, kill him. Why not? We believe in you, Mr. Detective. Wait, you mean you got this prompt wrong? Actually, we think you did it. Die. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Go ahead and stand behind any open podium. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep Father waiting.
Huh?
Wait, is he back to normal?
Why?
Huh? You not friend anymore? The jerks just feel pretty slick using Monotaur's forgetfulness to befriend him. He's decided on his own that we are friends.
You bastard!
I won't let you guys trick Minotaur anymore because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me because I smacked the stuffing out of him. How confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
Anyway, I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna lock myself in my room, maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway.
Let's get it started. The heart racing excitement and the black and sin the spineless faced off. Heart racing excitement, that's supposed to be Monokuma's line. We went to our podiums as always. We knew what we had to do, there was no protest left in us. It was already the 4th time. The 4th class trial was about to begin. Miyu Aruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. Tragedy, after all. She helped me and Kaito with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her is one of us. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. We're gonna fight them dang old truth and lies again. Bougie, you say the same thing every time. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's gotta be Kokichi. I mean, I kind of hope it's not, just because it seems a little too straightforward, but... Hey, can we unlock anything? Influence recovered by right answers. Makes the reticle shake less. There was something we wanted. The delay after using truthful. Yeah, that one seems kind of okay. Just because it is slightly annoying. Increase the amount of mana coins. Okay, that's like pointless. Did we unlock anything from when we finished Maki? Tension gauge will increase. I don't know. I guess we'll just get sure, we'll just get charisma. I guess I'll go ahead and do like the first couple of prompts for the trial.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
Yeah, I like lazy Monokuma.
Ah, screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left.
Okay, so like I'm legally allowed to vote for not vote because he didn't tell me that if I didn't, I would be murdered, right? Before we start, I just want to. Oh yeah, I don't have to read the dialogue anymore.
What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened, as long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
So they would both get executed?
Daddy.
Oh, maybe
Sure
that's
you
what
make a
they'll
decision
do.
Like that so casually?
So it'll actually have been maybe Kokichi did commit the murder, but he will cause enough doubt to result in some people voting for Kaito, and then they both get executed? That would be kind of interesting and different enough from what they did in Danganronpa 2 that I would like it.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
I mean, was she really that unique prior to this?
That's none of your business!
Kind of a standard character, really.
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Come on, Kaito, you shouldn't be so defensive. Makes you look
Kaito
guilty.
right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
Yeah, tell him,
You're gonna
Gonta.
keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
Oh no, don't say the K word. They're gonna set off Shuichi. The fact that Kaito is the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. Okay, so probably cell phone, I would assume. File, account, Miyu's corpse, killing game simulator. Oh god, there's a lot of them, dude. Monokuma file 4. Estimated time of death, no injuries can be found in the victim's body. Now we have no reason to believe that she was killed in the real... Oh yeah, there's the poison. I forgot about the poison. Since that was yesterday. But yeah, I mean, it didn't... I don't know. I mean, the eye stuff is definitely important, but... As far as we can tell, it didn't actually look like that worked on Miyu's corpse, but it must be important, right? Like, we don't know if this is because it wasn't used at all, or if it was, that there's some way to hide it from affecting her eyes. Monokuma file, Kaito's account.
Down
Small bottle of poison.
first.
Miyu's corpse. Eyes open and an expression of agony on her face. That is kind of odd.
Miyu is by
Killing game simulator. Objects can't break. Avatars cannot be injured. Any damage an avatar takes is felt by the user's real body. The avatar takes fatal damage. The real body will also die from shock. There are no special travel methods such as vehicles or warps. And last but not least, hammer. Okay.
That's when you poison.
I didn't see what it
right, Kaito?
poisoned her. No.
Kaito, culprit? Impossible!
Impossible.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
Kokichi's
The
seat?
culprit was trying to pin the blame on me.
I mean, that was true, right? It was on Kokichi's seat, but we don't want to disagree with that.
That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
Himiko, shut up.
What do you mean, last words?
Okay, none of that jumped out at me. First, we need to decide if Miyu was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies. So it
Kaito
could
logged
be
out first.
because she didn't Well, what would the contradiction be? That her eyes weren't messed up, or that the poison is supposed to mess with her eyes? I feel like they both kind
By
of work.
himself. Miyu is still logged in though.
Was still logged in.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Poisoned her. Okay, so let's try this. Saw the label, but like her eyes, you know? No, I don't know. Maybe they won't poison for that, or is that the wrong line of thinking? Because really, they should both work.
Kaito logged out first by himself.
Miyu is still logged in.
Though.
I'm gonna be kind of mad if this does work. I don't like that.
Wrong!
The corpse should work. The fact that, I mean, I guess you could say that, I don't know. It doesn't specifically make mention.
Poison, and the warning on the label proves it.
Like, it doesn't specifically mention that Miyu's corpse doesn't have bloodshot eyes, but, I mean, they really both should work. Because, I mean, they both kind of exploit the same contradiction that her eyes weren't messed up. Because if anything, like, bottle of poison in and of itself doesn't actually disprove what he said. You know, it's actually Miyu's corpse not having bloodshot eyes that disproves what Kokichi said there. So I don't really like that one.
Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Miyu's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Miyu died by poison.
Now, see, I don't think that's it, because Kokichi specifically mentioned the bloodshot eyes thing. Like, he mentioned it so that Shuichi would notice it.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Miyu's real cause of death. The only one I can think of. Well, I mean, would it be the hammer, or would it be the idea that you died in the virtual world? And I guess the hammer, I'm gonna try that first. That's in the virtual world. Okay, you need a lot of time explaining to Kaito because of the thick-ass skull. Okay, I don't know. Miyu's real cause of death? Avatar error. Settings, wall, Kokichi in the salon, Miyu. Where is it that it mentions, like, the rules of the killing game simulator? Yeah, okay, I see what they mean by here.
This is it!
Because I was like, I didn't really
Miyu's
know
cause
if,
of death was the killing game simulator itself.
yeah, because I guess, like, the way I was thinking about it in my head, that phrasing, I didn't really know if that's what they wanted, but, yeah, that does make sense.
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in
Oh,
the
she has
program's
3
text
X's.
file.
Haha.
Miyu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Miyu was killed in the virtual world,
Okay.
then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
Yeah, because I was trying to answer that question, I suppose, as opposed to the them wanting to establish that it was in the virtual world first.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
Let's not.
So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miyu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation?
Well, I suppose we'll find out that answer next time. Any second now. Any second now. I'm Extra Cheese 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.